Welcome to Pretty Okay at Guitars. This is Rob, who has always been on the Pretty Okay at Guitars podcast. Been a little while since I've chatted to you guys. It's a couple of, maybe a year or so, but wanted to get stuck back into talking about and celebrating everything that is guitar and guitar-related products and things that just make it more fun to play. So I'm here with my mate Aaron, who also is pretty okay. He's actually pretty good at guitar.
I'm pretty okay at
He's pretty
guitars.
good at
Rob's
guitar.
really overhyping it, so I'll let the vicious comment cycle down below.
He's like the greatest guitarist since Stevie Ray.
I might be literally the best person to ever pick up a guitar ever. But thanks for having me, Rob, at my own house.
Yeah, nice place you've got here. Lots of like nice guitars. And so I guess what we'll kick it off with, Aaron, is we'll let's have a look at what's just come out from some guitar companies at the moment. So I think straight off the rip, we have some new products that have come out. Now let's kick it off with a new product from Charvel. So Charvel, I've never really seen the need for my life, but I don't really play sort of Motley Crue.
You don't own leather pants, which is why once you get those, then you'll immediately see the need for a Charvel in your life.
That's it. They're always really nice to play, though. I've never played one where I picked it up and been like, oh, this sucks. Like, it's just always nice. But
they're good.
Yeah. So Guthrie Govan Virtuoso has got a signature that's just come out. It looks real nice. It's like a burst top. You can see the wood grain through it. It's got brown pickups, which I'm not sure about yet.
I like it.
Yeah?
More brown, I think, in the world.
More brown?
Yeah.
Kind of like 70s camping crockery to me, you know, like brown.
Every time I just hear the word brown, I just think of Marge saying, "Look, kids, a brown shoe." And I laugh. No matter what the context is, I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's true.
The Simpsons was funny.
Yeah. Yes. It was. Once upon a time, you know? So look, kids, a brown pickup.
Yes. Exciting.
It's with this Guthrie, it's an HSH config, as opposed to
it's extra long for a Strat because it's 3 S's. Telly is just S, and then a Strat is
yeah. And then like a Les Paul Jr. is just a
I like that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And then a Les Paul standard.
Yeah. Do a Les Paul special, so 2 P90s.
Oh.
Yes, there we go. That's the one.
So this is how we'll be referring to pickups from now on. Yeah, so it's got a trem on it, of course. It's got that like super easy adjustable neck truss rod thing at the bottom. But one of the things that really caught my attention was the fact that it says here that it has, and I don't know what this means, and someone please tell me, caramelized maple fretboard and caramelized maple neck. So I don't know what that's all about. It's a graphite reinforcement in the neck as well, which is really cool. I think that's actually a really great design feature that's been added to a lot of guitars lately. But caramelized maple, what are we?
The cynic in me just thinks it's another corporate buzzword for roasted or mapled.
Yeah.
Roasted or baked or flambéed.
Yeah.
Grilled, sizzled.
Yeah.
Deep fried, microwaved. Yeah, it's not the nicest. That's
No. Yeah, you're definitely going to get a bowed neck.
Yeah, you don't want to put your frets in the microwave either. I'll tell you, I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, so caramelized, I think that there's probably something like it's probably been baked, as we say, you know, like buzzword, but they've probably done some kind of resin thing to harden it up, or because like when you put a caramel like a honey glaze on something, then you cook it, that like it caramelizes. So maybe they put just some kind of sugar or something.
Potentially, I've never owned one of these, but playing say an Ibanez AZ series that'll have what do they say? Roasted maple, I think that's what they'll refer to it as. I haven't noticed much of a difference. I don't know, maybe my hands aren't smart enough to tell the difference between caramelized or roasted. So maybe there is, but they seem pretty similar to me.
That's the problem. You're not playing with your tongue.
No, exactly.
You're not tasting the caramelization on the outside.
It's for you Jimi Hendrix guys.
So we'll move on. Now we've got a new amplifier out from Bad Cats.
Meow.
So, hello. So the Jet Black. So what we got? We got 4 EL84 tubes, 3 12 AX7s. Seems pretty normal. 2 channels, we've got a 3-band EQ, studio quality reverb, bias modulated tremolo, buffered effects loop, and the speaker in it is a Vintage 30.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Like the all-round speaker that everyone can get around.
Every man, woman, and child, the working man to the lawyer. It really, as I always say, if the world could get along like guitar players do with the Vintage 30, then only then shall we know true peace.
Yeah, that you've always said that.
I have always said that. I've
that.
always said that.
But for years.
Yeah.
It is a little bit true though. Like the Vintage 30 is like the most universally loved speaker, I feel like, in the industry.
Real talk, yeah. Like it can do pretty much everything, you know.
Yeah.
Metal players, blues lawyers, shoegazers, other people that play guitar, other genres of music.
Yeah,
I think maybe we take a minute's silence. I mean, it's not dead, really, is it?
No,
it's alive as ever.
It's for them. Yes. So yeah, that's the Jet Black from Bad Cat. Don't know how much it is. It's gonna probably cost an arm and a leg being a Bad Cat, but it'll probably sound really, really good.
That's the fun part, is saving up for it.
Next product we've got, the Archer Select from J Rocket. Now, I've always loved the J Rocket Archer. That's, I think, a classic. Like it's it's a clone.
It's
a classic of a classic.
Clone's a classic.
Yeah, the clone's a classic. The J Rocket is an imitation of a classic. So I've always thought that's one of the better clones on the market. It's pretty consistent and it's got that look about it, which is a bit clonny. So this is a Select. So it's adding in different clipping diodes to be able to, like 7 different diodes to kind of change the output sound. Personally, I'm kind of like, a clone is a little bit clonny to me. I feel like there's like 2 kind of clonish sounds. They're pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's a huge difference in it. Like I'd probably just buy the regular Archer rather than the Select one personally. But
my advice to those listeners at home is do everything you can to just get an original clone. Sell all your stuff, really, aside from your guitar and amp. You'll need those and a couple of cables. But your car, girlfriend or partner's jewelry, kids' toys, get rid of it and just get your hands on your original one. You need to, otherwise you don't have the tone.
Yeah.
You don't really have it, do you?
No. Out of that.
Yeah, just be serious. I mean, real talk though, does the world need another clone at this point? Maybe. I probably don't, but
yeah, that's true. I don't actually own a clone. I did, and I don't anymore. But yeah, it's a great drive. It sounds good.
Yeah,
like I always think people use it as a boost. It's like you may as well just buy a boost. It sounds just like a boost. It's not really a boost pedal. But one thing that I have missed out here though is that this has a DI speaker simulation based on a British 412, well, a Marshall 412 cab built into it, so you can actually run it DI'd straight out of the pedal, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty hot, actually.
So that's actually gives it a little bit of an edge.
That's actually pretty cool. That
is cool.
That does change my mind a little bit. I don't know about you as well.
Yeah. I mean, the added clipping thing, but the DI thing, you know. Cool. Last but not least, pretty cool. In fact, you've tried this.
I have, yeah.
The Earthquaker Zor.
Zor.
Medium, high gain, discrete distortion.
Keyword discrete.
Well, Earthquaker are always good with their tops. They always look cool.
They do, yeah. It's a cool looking pedal.
Yeah. And they've really lent into some cool typography with like the kind of gothic word, like lettering and stuff.
I'll probably get one and like just make a use for it just based on how it looks. Granted, I only got to spend a few minutes with it, but very impressed. Like it's not necessarily balls to the wall, all the gain in the world, which is pretty sick when you're 15, but as you kind of grow up, less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of gain on tap on it. I think I had probably 5 minutes on it with a Tone Master Twin Reverb, the modeling, which is pretty clean, and it dirtied up real nice, like very responsive. That weight knob just kind of, does this, which if you're listening, you can't see me doing it, but I'm indicating that I'm adding size to it.
Yeah, it looks like he's pulling a sausage or like kneading some bread out or something. So, but yeah, width you'd say, or girth, or like the size.
Weight. I didn't want to use the word weight because that's what it says on the knob. Anyone would be able to tell you that.
But Yeah, it's pretty cool. It says here that it's really designed for, well, really perfect for drop tune guitars and basses, which is good. It's got defined sparkle and tightness, which, yeah, you want from that because you're suddenly like taking your guitar down some steps, you're losing clarity. You need to bring it in.
We don't want the flub, you know. You embrace a little bit of flub, but
yeah,
too much. You got to tighten it up a little bit when you're going down to Mordor.
Actually, it's got a real Lord of the Rings vibe, this pedal. Cool. So that's what's come out in the old guitar world at the moment. There's a few products that are just like brand spanking new this week. But now we have here today the Fender Tone Master Pro. So effectively, this is Fender going, hey, we want to catch up with the old Fractal, Kemper, Neural guys.
The big three.
The
Bermuda Triangle, would you say?
The Bermuda Triangle of modeling amps, yeah. It's one of those three that everyone who's modeling is playing.
Yeah, it's always, you always hear one of those three.
Yeah. I'd probably say I see Kemper the most, but
yeah.
You know
what, actually? Maybe I extend this to the Bermuda Square and maybe even give the Line 6 Helix, like...
I don't see it on stage as much, but then it's probably doesn't, like a Kemper look, you notice a Kemper on stage.
Yeah.
That's probably why I think Kempers are everywhere, because you notice that little green cab or whatever, the Bermuda Square. So now we're adding the fifth one into this, which is the Fender Tone Master Pro. So Fender, let's see what you got in this space.
Puppy up.
You know?
Something to note just quickly as well for those listening at home. This unit's fresh out of the box. There is a firmware update available as of like a couple of days ago. We haven't updated it yet, so you're just going to be hearing
straight out of the box.
Straight brand new release day software, I guess.
Yeah. So here it is. Okay, so it's loaded up.
You want to drive?
Yeah, I'll drive the machine if you play.
I'll drive this.
You drive the guitar, I'll drive the machine.
I wouldn't mind a turn at driving the machine a little bit later as well. I don't want to hog all the guitar time off you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we'll have to, I mean, we're starting off here with Aaron's got his Les Paul. We'll start off with humbuckers, some into there. And then we'll swap to some on my Telecaster and we'll see how that goes. But straight out of the rip, first patch here is a 65 Deluxe reverb. So Aaron, give me a little bit of a little something on a 65 Deluxe.
Some nice chords, you know, just to ease you into it, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Not too bad.
Absolutely, and one of the things, it's also got a space echo on here as well, which is post amp. So yeah, you can hear that like delay on there a little bit, giving a bit of space.
I think so. It's a touchscreen as well. Also, probably one of my favorite things about this product.
Oh, okay, so you put it in front.
Yeah, you just drag and drop it. Great UI on this. So if you're anything like me and who is a boomer at heart and just complained about turning knobs and liked pedals with one knob on it, it's very easy to use. I'll give it that. Just play the same kind of basic chords or similar. Well, I might mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that delay is really noticeable.
It is.
Front.
I was kind of fighting it there, instead of just going with the
I was thinking like, oh, Aaron didn't check what the timing
I did not,
beat was when he started it.
I committed to the bit and it's there.
One thing I will say is I kind of feel like this, and I love the Deluxe reverb, but that does sound a little thin.
It does a little bit. I think modeling, it's getting there. It's getting really good. I think in the high gain stuff is killing it. In a recording sense, once everything's mixed and mastered, no one's really going to know.
Yeah.
But live, I still think, I don't want to just sound like a guitar hippie out there, but there's just something about a valve amp you can kind of feel
in your body,
in your chest, you know, in your bones. You can feel it. I don't really get that with these, but they've definitely got their place in the world, because the other thing is you can also feel in your bones when you've had to lift a valve amp upstairs to a gig. You really feel that in your bones. So the big advantage of this is everything one trip.
100%. And like, yeah, I've been using my Walrus Audio ACS one, and that's got a Fender Deluxe AC30 and Marshall in there. And like, sure, it's not ever going to be like, I don't feel like I can lean into the sound. It will just hold me up. But it sounds there, you know, it sounds very recorded. And when I've always mixed guitars, I'm generally like trimming out low frequencies all the time anyway to make space for the other things. So that's probably actually the sound of a 65 post mix. Yeah. Rather than what we're used to where it's like just dry, straight when we plug in. Why don't we try the next patch?
Let's go through a few more. Yeah.
All right. So what we got? So we got the next one along is number 2. That's a EVH 5150. Now, whatever that could be, who knows? Yes.
That's also going to be the lick when anyone says anything funny from now on.
You're never going to play. We're never going to say anything funny. It's a very serious podcast.
Oh, stereo. Oh, fuck. The one time I actually have to use it, I'm like, what do I do?
What do I do?
Yeah, there we go. Classic.
Yeah, okay, so that does sound sick. Do you know some Van Halen riffs?
Yes. Poorly. Don't at me, Van Halen fans.
Yeah. Sounds good. That's actually... So that one really sounds like a record to me. That sounds...
Yeah, that's what I mean, like distortion. I've just accidentally elbowed my own guitar.
Yeah.
Distortion sounds, I think, on these modeling things, like all across the board, always maybe sound better because maybe it's harder to really model like a honest, clean tone. But when you chuck all the juice on top of it, it's like it's kind of easy to get away with, I guess.
It's interesting because I'd love to hear if anyone thinks the opposite as well. A lot of people love that, like, the tube drive. And that's what a lot of people have always talked about. It's like, you know, the way a tube saturates, that's what we all want. For me, it's the thing that modeling's always struggled with, which I really like the Walrus for, but it's still that little pit between, like, I'm going from clean and I want to sit just before I'm breaking up.
Yeah.
And then if I was to hit the strings hard, it would break up. That's where I want to sit.
The nether zone.
Yeah, the gooch.
The gooch.
Call it.
Yes.
The gooch zone.
The tone gooch. I like it.
Tone gooch.
It's hard to synthesize, isn't it?
Yeah. Should we crack on with another patch?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's party.
Right. Next one along is Cutting Edge. Now, I'm going to assume we're talking U2. A UK 30. Well, that's got to be a Vox AC30, right? It's got a studio reverb and a delay and what looks like an MXR compressor. So what do we got here?
Do you want to do this one, Mr. U2 fan? Bono over here.
Bono.
Oh,
got the glasses and everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to a Telecaster, so this isn't, I suppose, you know...
Does he have like a million guitars?
Yeah, but he normally plays an Explorer like that one in the
corner. Like the exact one that I've got in the corner of the room there.
Oh, we're going to single coils, aren't we? Had a bit of... Sorry, my tone was all the way down, guys. Sorry about that.
There we go.
So, Aaron's just turned on the tube screamer there.
Sorry, I'm just going to be turning on and off random effects. Well, not random, they're in the preset.
Okay, so you hit bypass at the bottom, I reckon. Yeah, there you go. Now we've got, what's that?
The pitch shifter.
Okay.
I take back everything I just said about mucking around at knobs. This is awesome.
So good. As soon as the pitch shifter comes out,
everyone's
all about it. You know what? That does sound pretty edge, doesn't it?
That's pretty cool.
Like Telecaster or no Telecaster. I don't know if the Edge played telly, but That sounds
good. It's really on the edge of breakup there, isn't it?
yeah.
So yeah.
Aaron's going for a pun there. Trying
Yeah.
to get as many edge puns. You haven't got a single Bono pun in here though. You've just got edge puns. You know what you are?
I don't know what to think about that. That was pretty bad.
You need to stop being a bit of an edgelord.
I do, yeah. Should we soldier on to the next one?
Next one. What's next?
Now, there's like 100, or probably more. I didn't count how many. There's a piss load of them in here. So I've been sort of literally going through this will be a very long episode if we do that. I'm just going to open up the menu and just maybe pick some ones that sound cool.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, okay. Let's find some other things. Clean twin. So we've talked about how clean is not necessarily the strong point of modeling systems. So now we've got a clean twin. So this is a Fender twin, and we've got a memory man on the end there, deluxe. So let's see what that's a compressor.
Do you want the compressor on or no compressor?
Yeah, okay, so this is no compressor. Chuck it on.
I've bypassed compressor. It's a new Star Wars reference.
It's good. I'm going to turn that compressor back off. And just... Yeah, the compressor's good.
Yeah.
Adds a little sauce, but it's not too much. So instantly one thing I feel right here is that as soon as we've gone clean, on the Fender, it sounds better.
Yeah.
So when it was clean on the Les Paul, which I'm going to be curious, I think we should swap back to the Les Paul and find out how this sounds through a Les Paul, because I don't think that sounds too bad.
That was all right, yeah.
But we're about to take a jump in gain as well, because your Les Paul's got higher output than my Telly.
This is, I don't tell everybody this, but here I'm literally telling the whole world. It's actually a Slash model.
Oh, okay. So it's already outputting before it's even plugged in.
Yeah.
It's coming out the jack, kind of loud. All right. Yeah. Do you want to try neck pickup, Clint?
Yeah. Let's
see if we get some smoothie. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So we'll just it's edging a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Again, you're an edgelord.
I'm always edging. That's the thing with me.
Yeah, that's my takeaway, is that clean just is single coils always seems to kill it for clean, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the real world of amps, I get great clean tones out of a humbucker, but on these modeling amps, I'm not convinced.
No. That sounds on the edge of breakup for you.
Oh, it does. I mean,
that's a twin reverb. A twin, you've got to jack the crap out of it before you get any breakup,
Where's
right?
the volume? The volume on this is sitting at 5 as well, which on a real twin reverb is deafening loud.
Yeah.
That's
deafeningly loud.
Whoa.
Hold on. So my Les Paul's a lower output. I'm going to plug mine in.
Yeah, grab it.
Or if you want to grab it, you could even have it. You play the Les Pauls. I'll just play the single coils. Now, my Les Paul has a DiMarzio 59 PAF in the bridge, and then a DiMarzio blues bucker in the neck positions.
Do the listeners at home know how you obtained said guitar?
So this has a good story behind it, this Les Paul. When I was in Levi's jeans once, saw there was a guitar in the window, and I said, "Oh, can I play it?" I thought it was just there for just visual merchandising to look cool, sell jeans. So I got it out and played it, tuned it up for him. They're like, "Yeah, there's a competition to win it." And I entered the competition with mine and my ex-girlfriend's entries after we bought some jeans. A few days, weeks later, get a little call from Levi's. My girlfriend's entry actually won it. And I won a Les Paul in a competition.
This is the guitar that Denim built.
Yes. See, I feel we're still getting the same kind of sound.
It's the same thing. I mean, I will also say on the record, clean tones are for pussies anyway. It's just like lower frequencies, like when I'm engaging the low E string.
Yeah, like it doesn't handle the low, like it's too much output for it.
Yeah.
Just kind of flabs up.
It is edging, isn't it?
It is. Now, we spent a little while on clean here. I think we want to go some British crunch. Actually, for British crunch, let's try this Telecaster straight off the rip.
Yeah, you do that.
British crunch. Now, it's just called British. It's clearly a Marshall.
It's a good British accent you're doing there as well for this specific bit.
Yeah, what? Yeah. Although, is it as wild as really playing a Marshall? Really? I mean, it's cool. I don't know. It kind of sounds like, I mean, I know it's going to sound like the dumbest thing ever, but it sounds like it's imitating a Marshall.
Yeah, which, I mean, it is, but it like...
But you get what I mean? It's like, it's very imitating.
You don't want it to sound like that, but you do because it is. But I get that it's not as stupid as you thought it was, because I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, like you get a Marshall, you slap some lipstick on it.
It's like in school when you would copy the answers from the kid next to you, but not necessarily nail all of them because you couldn't see them and you might have needed glasses as a kid. Yeah. You got it close, but you still failed.
It's, let's chuck it on the bridge pickup as well.
That's maybe a bit better.
Yeah, and it's very trebly because it's my Tele bridge, but... Yeah, it's cool. I don't know. I was more impressed with the Vox emulation than I was the Marshall. The Fender it just sounds a bit weedy. All the Fender ones have sounded kind of weedy to me. We're listening through good headphones as well, by the way, here, through decent preamps.
Rob did not skimp out on the headphones.
No, we're definitely hearing it through some good stuff. Yeah, all right. Let's go for one more, and then we'll give our review, hey? So we've done, what haven't we done, really? I'm just trying to look. Always indie clean.
More cleans.
Nah, it's boring. Let's find another one.
How about we make our own preset?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. All right.
Fuck it.
So we're going to make our own preset here. So what we reckon is the best things we've heard so far has been like the EVH, the Vox was pretty good. Interesting that the Vox sound is like, for my money, I'd prefer to play it in the Fenders in here.
Yeah. Weird.
And it's a Fender product, but you know, it's maybe that's just how I'm playing today. All right, so what are we going to select?
I reckon let's go. I did see a Mesa option in here.
Half stacks, yeah.
Double rec.
Double rec, yeah, okay. All right. Oh, it's me, isn't it? Well, you've got humbuckers, so I'm going to sling it to you.
Yeah, done. I think we should party for this one, and I'm going to tune a drop D.
Oh, hello. All right. I'll arrive now.
I also like, obviously they can't use real names for everything, but the pictures are pretty close enough so you can kind of figure out what's what on this.
You know exactly what these are. And you could easily work. There'd be a cheat sheet somewhere, wouldn't there? So I reckon I'm going to put like a graphic EQ ahead because I want us to keep this in the metal world, but I'm also going to dial back the gain a little bit on here.
To 0.
So if I go 40, I want to bring some presence up so we get some high gain, and also let's give you a smiley face scoop. Drop those mids. Oh, starting to peak a little bit. Okay.
We're peaking too much.
I think we're good. Okay, so that's pretty cool. All right, see how this sounds. So now we've lost a little bit of guts. Put a boost in front. So this is going to basically be like a micro amp, I think. So
there. Still clipping.
It's pretty good. So you can hear that like internal clippy sound as well inside it, which I don't quite like. I'm just going to take that gain down, maybe take the master down a bit. Add block afterwards. Let's go with a delay.
Yeah, some lead tones in there.
Okay, there we go. Tape echo. Done. So give me some.
Oh, that's cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I get around that. Definitely. Yeah,
Still going.
We've gone pretty deep on this Fender Tone Master. I like it. It's decent. It kind of feels like Fender's take on a Fractal to me.
Yeah.
It's good, but I mean, what kind of price are we looking at for this thing?
I believe these are around the 2K mark, just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
A little bit north of, actually. I should know this.
2,100 ish.
Yeah, early twos.
Yeah.
I think for the money, like because I mean, the Kemper floor unit's not much more than this, and that's like, sonically, I think is better. I find the Kempers can maybe be a little bit daunting to use personally, but it probably once you spend a bit of time with it, it makes sense. But straight off the bat, this is really easy to figure out, which is probably the big point of this.
All right, Aaron, now we've got the rating of the Fender Tone Master Pro. So personally, I'd rate it about a 6 out of 10, Gibson knobs. It's good, but I think this thing's better in the class. I do like the touchscreen though, but I wouldn't take a touchscreen over Tone.
No, that's a good line. It's a good quote.
Yeah.
Put that on a t-shirt, actually.
Yeah, I'm not taking a touchscreen over Tone.
Yeah. I like the sound. What's the most important thing about guitar? Aside from looking cool, which is why some people do it, but the sound,
Yeah. So, yeah, I really like the layout and everything, but ultimately what's coming out of those cables is what's going to make me buy it or not. I don't know if maybe they've just like skimped out on the DIs on it or something like that. Who knows? I don't know what's inside it, but something's just sounding a little bit thin to me.
It's just lacking a little bit of the Kavorka, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. So how about yourself? So I've gone 6 out of 10. What about you?
I don't want to sound like the Simon Cowell of judgment here. I'm sitting at my legs crossed, straight posture, tight t-shirt, British. I'm going 5 out of 10 snakes on a plane here. To pretty much echo exactly what Rob said, the UI is great. It looks great, very easy to use, very easy just to pick up and figure out how to use it. That's impressive. If I want to muck around with the screen, I got a PlayStation 5, low-key flex. The sound is something just lacking there. It's not quite there yet, especially for the money you're paying and with the other big dogs in the Bermuda Square of this modeling sort of technology. Not a bad first try. Maybe it's something over time progresses, new units come out, they update. Yeah,
I don't think that firmware update is going to bring it up to where they want it, because the technology has existed for long enough that a firmware update is not going to be the fix-all.
Yeah.
It's got to start good. Definitely, I think Fender's on the right road with where guitarists are at with this.
Yeah, it's a good try. I'm not going to shit on them for trying.
Absolutely. Well, I reckon we wrap it up there. Look, I've been Rob, pretty okay at guitars with...
I have been Aaron, and I still am Aaron.
You are still Aaron? Good to know.
I'm not James.
Not James. Well, look, we'll come back. Let's review some other
this is
guitar
great.
stuff. Yeah, we'll see you on our next episode of Pretty Okay at Guitars. Catch you guys later.
Bye-bye.